Don't go and talk about my father. God is my friend. He made this world for us to live in. And he gave us everything. Listen, and all he asks of us, oh yeah, is we give each other love. Oh yeah. Don't go and talk about my father. God is my friend. Jesus is my friend. He loves us whether or not we know him. And he'll forgive all our sins. Yes, he will. And all he asks of us, oh yeah, is we give each other love. Oh yeah. Hey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the mental house. I am your host, Khadijah. Um, Today I want to touch on a few little topics and put them to rest. As first of all, as far as I'm concerned, and some of the private emails that y'all send me or comments that you make on my Facebook, DJ Anwar, on Facebook, and or you can continue to send hit me up privately on YouTube or um, hit me at Khadijah Anwar at Hotmail. Either way it go, I will respond. But it's very interesting when I look at some of the things that people say in terms of, I guess to me it seems like we all have such short memories. But then I have to realize that some people were barely born, and I have to give an account for that, and that you know, um, or they have short-term memories. And so, for instance, I want to give an example. There's a video that went around the internet, and it's gotten a lot of hits, maybe over 1 million, because the guy recognized that he bought a ticket to see Nate Parker's Nat Turner. And he was redirected to another theater, another showing of another movie, I believe The Associate. I don't know if that's starring Tom Cruise or whatever, but a, a movie that they would prefer for you to see. Now, the Nat Turner movie has sold out on it. And this individual, this young man, I don't know if y'all seen the video, but he's going around and he's saying how he, wanted to purchase a ticket, but they told him it was sold out. He looked inside the theater just to see. For some reason, he wanted to check it out, and there were 3 people sitting up there, so the whole theater was empty. And how he believed that most people were redirected. And I want to say, absolutely, this is a practice that has been going on in Hollywood forever. I mean, and you got to remember that. So the bottom line is perception. When Tyler Perry first came out, and I'm sure he would admit to this, or you could even find probably some old footage of him even admitting to that when he was talking about the bootlegging and all that epidemic. But he also talked about how, at that time when his movies would come out, of course, he's running against white directors and white movies, and they would do the same thing to him. They would say his movies were sold out. You buy a ticket to see something else, and of course Tyler Perry's movies wouldn't be sold out, so that keeps the numbers low and the projection low. Well, the projection may be high, but it keeps the numbers low. This is a practice that has happened, and maybe you need somebody like to go back and look into the archives and see that this is something that happens. So it's just another way of white supremacy trying to control, your narrative. And of course, it's easier for white people to see black people in subservient roles, like The Help or Woe Is Me, and as opposed to looking at a reality-based history that we don't like how we're being treated in America by the dominant society, and all through this history we have rebelled. We didn't take this lightly, so that's what the bottom line is. And in order to control that narrative, um, and we have such few African American movie makers, filmmakers. So now you can pit Tyler Perry against Nate Parker and allow Tyler Perry to have the #1 movie. But trust me, Tyler Perry is just one person by himself. He can't do every kind of movie. I mean, he's found his niche with Madea. So a lot of y'all don't like that. And I'm saying y'all, not maybe even the audience, but people that I've talked to over the weekend. And so I think it's important that we realize. That's why I just wanted to make a universal video, because this is the game that's always being played. Okay, so with that being said, that's never going to change. You got to remember, if you know history, the both sides of the war of World War II was funded by the same entity. Okay, so it's a hard pill to swallow, but I wouldn't be surprised if Fox, purchased the film so they could sabotage it. I mean, who knows? Another thing, if the movie was projected to do $7 or $8 million dollars the opening weekend, I don't understand how that's a failure. It's not a flop if it made 7. If it was projected to make that. However, I just want you to know the catalyst behind the backlash for the movie is Nat Turner's story was never told. Hollywood would never do it, because that's not the story and the American history of black people that they want to show. But y'all know how I feel. Most of y'all know I'm not going to get on the bandwagon of nothing freaking crazy, because I already know that everything is, the system is narcissistic and the system is nuts. Okay, I'm well aware of that, but I'm also well aware of there's individuals in the system, and it's individuals' responsibility to make that happen, the change that they're looking for. Over the weekend, a friend of mine had some neighbors move in her house. I'm not gonna say a friend of mine, a person that I know. One of the families that it doesn't matter. Okay, let me just say it like that. She had some people move in next door, and while she was gone to work, and this is any urban neighborhood, and this is what we got to challenge ourselves with. She went to work, and when she came home, the people that were moving in behind her were arguing, and another neighbor said, "Hey, look, they've been arguing like this all day. Since they started moving in, they've been fighting on the way moving in. I've never seen anything like it." So she said she didn't think too much more about it other than, "Oh wow, I bet you they're gonna be hell raisers." Okay, and I believe she said later on, because they completed the move at about 10, 11 at night. They're still arguing. They're still going at it. Yada, yada, yada. While they're moving in, back and forth. All of a sudden, she hears rapid gunfire. At least 30 shots. And then she heard return fire. She lives with her grandson. He became afraid. So he tried to make it downstairs to his grandmama, and he was shot in the back. Okay? He is okay. He's not dead, but they can't take the bullet out. Now, this young man didn't do anything. And he was riddled with bullets because these out of control, insane, alcohol and probably drug fueled individuals that don't know how to practice any type of self-control, any type, and no type of chill. They don't have no chill factor, no chill button. Um, and no remorse, basically, for what they've done. This is a problem that nobody can fix but black people. Okay? We have to stop buying into the narrative that this kind of behavior is acceptable. We have to stop it, because the only way we can fix something else is when we clean up our own self. We have to be able individually to fix what's wrong in our individual lives, be it family dynamics. Is where it's all going to start. These were family members, by the way. We have to start here, and we got to clean up these families, black families, white families, because it is the black and white crazy families that produce the crazy people. Most sane and rational human beings know that what fair and just treatment is. Most, and if they don't know, and if it's something that they know, and once they've been made aware of their errors, they begin to try to correct them. I know that's what I've done. And I know plenty more people who've done the same thing. My life has not been perfect. I've been involved with some stuff, that I'm not particularly proud of. But when you know better, you do better. This type of behavior right there, I've never been a part of nothing like that. And I never want to be a part of nothing like that. And anybody that thinks that's acceptable, living in a community with people, actually they're like a rabid animal. And they need to be removed. They need to be removed. So we cannot keep continuing to look outside ourselves when inside, and I'm saying close the doors, inside us as a community are killing each other. Okay, and so you want to know why it's open season on us? Not that I'm justifying this, but I'm saying we don't care about ourselves. This boy got shot down in his own house, in his own bed, jumping up, trying to run downstairs to his grandmama. And let me tell y'all one damn thing. You're not going to tell me nothing. Because I don't want to hear it, Cletus. I don't want to hear it. You're not going to tell me not one damn thing to make an excuse for these Negroes shooting into these damn people's house. Bad shots. Okay? This is the kind of behavior that warrants us to clean up. So I wanted to make that comment because it's very important for me to say this. Somebody's grandson, he in there with his grandmama, and he gets shot. In jumping out of his bed because he's afraid, he want to go low. So I really don't want to hear no more black and white shit, really, because you got black enemies and you got white enemies. Okay, the black ones are more of a threat to me, just as well as the white ones are a threat to me. Okay, because evil is evil, and it don't have no color on it. It really don't. And so for all of you heathens that are infidels and riffraff who are condoning this type of behavior and talking about no snitching and all this stuff, and somebody's baby just got shot in the damn house, we got to get rid of you. We got to start there. We really have to start there. Okay? Because we can't even fight nothing else with this type of crap going on inside of our communities. That's why everybody want to move out, and the communities are weaker and weaker because all the stronger people are moving out because they're afraid to clean up their community, and they'd rather go somewhere else to be misused and abused. It's an insane concept, but somebody got to say it, damn it. And I'm not for no excuses, and I'm not trying to make no excuses, and I'm gonna be back a little later on because this I have to do this video because, like I said, I've been involved with little things this weekend, and this one, another one, is near and dear to my heart. So hopefully I'll get back to make another video. In the meantime, if you like what you hear, please like and subscribe, and we'll speak later in the mental house. Okay, y'all, be blessed.